Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The House Spouse. I'm Neil, your host, and thanks for watching. This episode is going to be about me and why I name things. I'm going to spoil the ending right now. It's because I'm weird. But if you think about it, there's a little bit of maybe anthropology behind it. When I was a kid, I remember reading Richard Scarry books, and really it wasn't a story as much as it was a big book of vocabulary, where it was a table, it was a lamp, it was a wall, it was a chair, a typewriter, what have you. And I love those books because, I don't know, I just did. You know, the little worm and the pig, and anyway. As humans, I feel like we need to name things so that we can understand them and identify them and label them and talk about them. Otherwise, I think it'd be a little bit of chaos if I said, go get me that thing and you don't know what thing I'm talking about. But that's not really what I want to talk to you about. What I want to talk to you about is actually naming things. So we'll start with the biggest thing that has a name. Our house. We call it Fort Max, and that's short for Fortress Maximus. And we have the Adam F. Goldberg to thank for that name. We almost called it Halfway House, but that just had a bad connotation to it, so we're sticking with Fort Max. I named my shoes. This is an old pair of shoes that I've named Booger. Why Booger? Because they're green. And they get dirty, like boogers. It's not the only shoe I've named. We have Porkins, Incognito, Snake Eyes, Jaffa, Pat, and Fawn. And I know what you're thinking, geez, Neil, you're really weird. But you know what? I'm not done yet. I've named more stuff. If you've seen any of my other videos, you're familiar with Lumpy, 1967 Ford Mustang. I think I've explained the story behind that name. But wait, there's more. So while I don't name all of my tools, some of my more important ones I have named. This is Rocky 1, and this is Rocky 2. And they're both from Rogue Hoe, and one is actually a hoe and one is actually a rake. But they got their name because I use them in the rocks. And I saw sparks fly. We also have Ashley, the hooker, because it hooks logs. And Ashley because the handle is made out of ash. So I know what you're thinking. Geez, Neil, you've named tools, you've named shoes. This is Shifty, my bike. And over here, this is my Bark Speeder. And if you know anything about Star Wars, you'll get the joke. As to why I named it Shifty, it's because I can shift gears. That's kind of an obvious one, I would like to hope. So there you go, a little bit of a backstory on naming things with actual names. It's usually my shoes and my tools that I name, a few other things. And I know it makes me weird, and to be honest, it has its roots in two different YouTube creators, Wrangler Star and Casey Neistat. So Casey Neistat, if you look at his office, you'll see he labels stuff by year or what's inside, that kind of thing, and Wrangler Star has named his saws, his crosscut saws, his felling saws, that sort of thing. Well, I don't have any saws, I don't have a cool office, and as a way to better identify things, inanimate objects, I've named some of them, the more important ones to me. It's a big deal to name shoes for me. I have to name them the first time I actually use them. So yeah, I know, I'm just being weird. And that's all I've got for this episode. If you name things, or you're weird like me, let me know down below. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. But you know, just like licking the fridge to claim it as mine, putting a name on something gives it a little bit of life and personality, and that has nothing to do with licking a fridge, does it? Sorry.